Oh, I suppose. I'm I'm baffled. I'm speechless. I don't know what's wrong with this new generation. For an example, about a month or two ago, I went to a McDonald's and got a number one. A number one in Ohio is a Big Mac. And that's probably how it is all over the United States. Number one is a Big Mac. So the chick asked me, "What would you like to have, sir?" I was like, "I'd like to have a number one with everything on it." She goes, "Do you want that small, medium, or large?" I was like, "I like it, a large, please." Okay. I paid for it. I go to work. I get my sandwich. I get my sandwich, go to eat it, and find out there is no freaking hamburger on it. No hamburger at all. None. So so I ended up going back to McDonald's. After I got off work, I went back and I walked in and asked them what was on a Big Mac, and they told me everything was on a Big Mac. So I opened the box up. I was like, okay, if that's what's on a Big Mac, where's my meat at? Where's the hamburger? Then I go, can I talk to the manager? So there was this little girl that came up to the counter and she goes, "I'm the manager. What can I do for you?" And I was like, "What's on a Big Mac?" And she told me. And I opened the box again and I was like, "Here, this is, where's the meat? Where's the hamburger at?" And then she goes, "Well, there's nothing we can do. You must have ordered it with no hamburger." Why in the hell would I go to a McDonald's and order a number one Big Mac large when I can just say, "Can I get a number one Big Mac with no hamburger on it?" Why in the hell would I not want hamburger on my Big Mac? I'm not a vegetarian. I want the meat on the hamburger, or I want the meat on the sandwich. Then I looked at her and then she sat there and argued with me for a good 5 minutes. "Sir, you ordered it with no hamburger. You had to. There's no way we would make a sandwich with no hamburger." So I simply looked at her. I was like, "Is there another manager here?" And she's like, "No, there is no other manager. I am the manager." I was like, "All right, if you're the manager, how old are you?" And she goes, "I'm 15. 15 years old. They don't work from the bottom, work to the top. And this is what's wrong with this generation. They don't have to work hard. So they don't care. Just like my employment where I work at. There's a lot of young kids that works here. They don't care about their job. They're just here for one thing only, for a paycheck. You know, I'm old school. You got to work hard to get to the top. You just can't walk into somewhere and throw an application at someone and say, "Here, I want to become a supervisor," because I never done it before. And they will hire you. "Oh, you never been a supervisor? How old are you?" You're 17? Okay, here you go. Here's a supervisor position. Oh, you never ran a machine before? Okay, how about we put you somewhere where, you run a machine but you don't know how to fix it. Here, we're going to put you in a position where you got to do four other things, but since you got a helper, you do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm telling you, this new generation, man, no discipline at all. And I understand. I took some bad routes. I took some bad roads growing up, and but I worked my ass off to get where I'm at today. Worked my ass off to get where I'm at today. And then you got this new generation that can just come in and do absolutely not a damn thing and not get in trouble for it. Not once get in trouble for it. And everybody's like, well, why is the world so messed up? Why is the world so messed up? Because there's no discipline. There is no discipline. That's the reason why this world is so screwed up. You know? Anywhere I work, anywhere I go, any store I go into, it is so screwed up because nobody cares about their job. Nobody wants to take that extra effort to do extra things. They just, oh, okay, you want to get hired in here to run a machine. Oh, you want to get hired in here, you never been a manager before. You don't have no management experience, but we're going to hire you in. We're going to hire you into a multi-million-dollar company so you can screw everything up because you don't know how to do that specific job. Here's a person on the right who's wanting the management position, and here's a person on the left who's never done management before, never worked in a factory, don't know what a factory is, don't know what a rocker arm is, but they're going to put them in a position over than the person who has 20 years experience. This is why everybody bitches about the government. This is why people bitch about the world. This is why nobody comes together and work as a team. This world needs to come together, work as a team to take the people who needs to be disciplined, who's hiring these young folks, or I shouldn't even say young folks, young kids, and putting them in a position that this person over here worked 20 years to get that position and went through all the discipline and all the hard work to get that position, but will never get that position because they rather hire a 14 or 15-year-old kid who's never had that position ever in their life. That's like walking into a fast food restaurant. Like I was saying earlier, you walk into a fast food restaurant and you got all these young kids in there laughing, carrying on, playing tag, knocking food off onto the floor, picking it up, throwing it back on the counter. The managers ain't going to say nothing because they're doing the same thing because they're young too. They're the same age as their friends. There's a time and a place where you want to play around and fuck off. One of those places is not at work, not at your job, not at your employment. Okay? The place I work at, it's a factory. There are old folks in here, middle-aged folks, and there is young kids. Okay? You can tell what kids came from a hard-working family, and you can tell what kid who, and I'm talking 20, 21 years old, that has got everything handed to them, and they don't want to take that extra step. They want everybody else to do the work for them. Here I am busting my ass every night. Every night. I bust my ass Monday through Saturday. I bust my ass. Okay? To prove that I'm worthy, I'm loyal, and I will do anything to get to the top and work my ass off. Then you got these young kids that just stand there and play on their damn phone, and they will get that position before I will. And they've been here shorter than I have. Just think about it. Next time you go to a store, next time a manager walks up to you, next time you're working, watch. And this is why people bitch about the government. This is why people bitch about the new generation, because there is no loyalty and there is no discipline. If we had that, this world would be a better place. With that being said, I'm fucking out.